So, good evening, everybody. My name is Shoma. So, this night, because it's late here, I think it's around past 10, I want to talk about coming to Thailand from Nigeria to become a teacher. I started nursing the idea a long time ago. In fact, I didn't decide to come to Thailand. I wanted to go to Vietnam actually. But my first interview with a recruiting company, they told me that as a non-native speaker of English language, that they don't take people from our country. So that's how I changed. So the process is quite a long one because you first have to get the visa, come into Thailand, and then start looking for a job. And that's where a lot of people make mistakes. Most people want to come to Thailand to become teachers, and Thailand will recruit you directly from your country if you're a native speaker of English language. What do I mean by native speaker? These are people who are considered globally as those whose language, or rather their language is English. So there are about 7 of them. You have USA, you have Britain, you have Ireland. That's what's it called? Ireland, yeah. You have New Zealand, Australia, Canada, and some countries counting South Africa. Some countries consider South Africa to be a native, an English-speaking native country, or rather, I don't know, just native-speaking country. But others don't. Most other countries don't. Some countries do, some others don't. So it depends on the school, it depends on the environment. Some schools will tell you, oh, South Africa is considered a native English speaking country. Another school will tell you they don't include South Africa, so there are just 6 for them. So if you're not a national of this country, if you're not a citizen of those countries, you're considered a non-native speaker of English, or non-native NNES, native English speaking and non-native English speaking. That's how they are written. So you have NES, that's native English speaker or native English speaking country, and then NNES, non-native English speaking or non-native English speaker. So if you're a non-native English speaker, it's going to be very difficult for you to be recruited from either Thailand or Vietnam or South Korea or Japan from abroad. Yes, that's the truth. It's not as if it's not possible, but it's difficult. So most of the times, I will advise a person to go into that particular country you want to teach in. If it's Vietnam, if it is Thailand, if it is Cambodia, for example, go there first. And then when you're there, you start applying for jobs. So it is actually a risk. It's actually like a gamble. There is no guarantee of any job when you get there. It's not guaranteed, but you have higher chances. You have better chances than someone who is sitting maybe in Nigeria or in Ghana or anywhere and saying, I want to come over and teach. And in most of those countries, recruitment is usually like face to face. They want to see who they are recruiting. Yes, you may apply online, but at the end of the day, interviews are physical. They don't want Zoom, they don't want Skype, they don't want Google Meet interviews. They want to see who they want to recruit. So that's the first step. Know that you need to go there. As a Nigerian who wants to come to Thailand, you need to come to Thailand. It's not going to be easy for you to sit in Nigeria and get a job directly from Thailand. That's the first stage. Then the next thing is you now start planning. How do I come to Thailand? If you're coming to Thailand, of course, you're going to come with a tourist visa. With a tourist visa, of course, the visa will show you that you have 90 days. It's valid for 90 days. But just know that you're only able to stay in Thailand for 60 days. Some other African countries can stay the entire 90 days in Thailand, but Nigeria, Uganda, and Togo can't. We have messed up our names. So they don't allow Nigerians. So to stay more than 60 days in Thailand on a tourist visa. After the 60 days, you need to go back to your country and reapply. Meanwhile, a Cameroonian can come here the same 90 days. In fact, Cameroon does not even have a Thai embassy. They have to come to Nigeria to apply. They get the Thai visa, the Thai tourist visa, valid for 90 days. Then you stay here the Cameroonian will stay here for 60 days. At the end of the 60 days, the person goes to a Thai immigration office and extend it for the extra 30 days directly. But for a Nigerian, you can't extend. They will ask you to leave. It happened to me. I'm not saying they should, maybe this was what happened to me. I came in here on a tourist visa, believing that on a tourist visa I have 90 days validity. Even the school I came to told me, oh, as an African, you can always you can always extend it by 30 days. And maybe if you're looking for a job, you can get one in 1 month. Only for me to go for extension, and I was told at the immigration office, I'm sorry, for your country we can't extend. I don't know if you know the level, or you can imagine the how do I put it, my the level of anxiety, the level of surprise, anxiety. I was anxious, I was frustrated, I was disappointed. Like, what happens now? You've left Nigeria, you've mopped all your savings, and you're relocating and all that, only to be told after 60 days that you have to go back to Nigeria again. Even the schools you asked, friends that you met, other Africans you met, you kept asking them, they said, oh, you can stay after the 60 days, go to the immigration office, it will be extended for another 30 days. And I did exactly what I was told, only to be told, sorry, for your country we can't extend it, you need to leave the country. So that was what happened to me. So I don't want people to make that mistake. Be aware that if you have to come to Thailand as a Nigerian, you also need to leave Thailand in 60 days. Whether you have a job or not, you need to leave. So that's the first step. So when you have this in place, now you need to start the process of applying for a tourist visa. For the tourist visa, unfortunately I didn't I didn't open my laptop I would have read out all the things you need. But one of the things you need is that you need to get guarantors, because you need what they call NDLEA certificate. And that NDLEA certificate is actually a bit where the difficulty lies, different from other things that you need to get. So the NDLEA certificate, you have to do a drug test.